Pennsylvania and its 20 electoral votes are a big prize, and both candidates are giving this state overwhelming attention in this final push. My next guest polling shows President Trump 2 points ahead in the Keystone State, but he says this.
The way I look at Pennsylvania is, unfortunately, I think he's got to win by 4 or 5 to overtake the voter fraud that'll happen there. It's very systematic in Pennsylvania. I think it's achievable to get to 4 or 5, but I think that's the kind of margin he needs to have in Pennsylvania to survive.
Here's the president speaking in Scranton, PA, earlier today. Watch this.
They said, how is he going to do in Pennsylvania? He's going to win Pennsylvania except for the cheating. We figure we have to leave 5% for the cheating that takes care. Can you believe it? For the cheating that takes place in Pennsylvania. And the guy meant it, a very great pollster, but he predicted would win the whole election.
So joining me now is the pollster mentioned by the president, Robert Cahaly, chief pollster and founder of the Trafalgar Group. Robert, thanks for being here tonight. Good to have you with us. So, you know, some would listen to that and say it's anticipatory to say that there's going to be cheating when we haven't seen it happen yet. Why are you so confident of that?
Well, first of all, Pennsylvania has a long history of this, especially in the Philadelphia area. If anybody has any questions about that, they can check out my Twitter tonight. I'll list about 4 or 5 major newspaper articles that cover this. But more importantly is the Supreme Court ruling for Pennsylvania in the state. I mean, this is how this is institutionalized. I mean, think about this. They have literally ruled that they'll accept ballots up to 7 days with unclear or no postmarks. I mean, that is like opening the doors of the bank, turning off the cameras, leaving the vault open and saying, okay, well, nobody should steal. Come on.
Yeah.
You can't do that. That's absolutely insane.
So they've also said that you don't have to match the signatures, right? So they're not going to look to see if the signature on it matches a prior signature of that voter. I really don't know how you can throw out those two things and say that you are running a sound election. It seems beyond understanding that you could get away with that.
Yeah, and that's my whole point. It's like, even if you want to debate what's happened in Philly or what hadn't happened in Philly, I mean, they have literally set the stage to where this is not going to be difficult to do. And that's why I say that he's got to win it by that kind of a margin, because that is a very hard thing to overcome, because come the day after the election, they know how many votes they have to get. I mean, if you can put ballots in the box for another 4 days.
Well, that's why that's why everybody's got to watch this process very closely in a legal way, to have both sides, making sure that they're looking at everything and that all of this is on the up and up, because it could very well come down to Pennsylvania. Tell me before I let you go, you say that President Trump's going to win Florida, Georgia, Ohio, Iowa, North Carolina, Arizona. What do you see happening in the Rust Belt states and in Nevada at this point? Have you looked at your latest numbers?
We show him winning Michigan. We show we're going to have some more polls in Nevada, Wisconsin, and Minnesota tomorrow.
What about Wisconsin?
No? We're going to have another poll in Wisconsin tomorrow.
All right. We'll look forward to it, Robert. Thank you very much.